Whole Foods. It was worth it. At least it was worth it. Zumi, you're not getting shit. You literally owe me $500, Zumi. When is my money? Where's my money? I mean, I don't think anybody on Earth likes paying taxes, but it's just part of it. Zumi, fuck off. Oh, beep, 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 beep. All right, I think we actually have a legit game, hopefully. Wow, this is crazy. Where's Chumley? I think this is trying to 8-month resub. Isn't that guy in jail? That's where he is. Let me get the brake cleaner clone. I don't know. I pay like an actual obscene amount of taxes every year. But, I mean, whatever. It is part of life. It fucking sucks, but it's part of life. I think we have a breacher, so I'll be the breacher. Just claim 0. See, now I have nightmares. The child tax credit? Yeah, that doesn't really do much.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Got Osa. Not on my team. I mean, yeah, it's just like, bro. Nobody likes taxes. There's no one that does, but it's part of life. You just fucking pay them, and that's it.
You must locate and defuse a bomb.
That is it. All right, what's your in-game name, Almir? Or Elman, sorry. Pretty sure I know all the people on my team, and you are not one of them. I'm waiting for this one. He is not in my game. Yeah, that's not it. That person is not in my game. Double confirm. Nope. All right. Cool lies. Goodbye. You get taxed 48% in Germany. Anybody who's self-employed pays like, oh fuck, I almost died. I'm trying to hold on, chief. All right. I'm gonna control the fact that I believe him. True. And I mean, yeah, I have a, like, you know, company set up and stuff like that for streaming and all that. I have like basically the best tax professionals you could have, and it doesn't really change that much. So, I mean, there's just not like, there's just not much I could really do, you know? I don't really have like expenses and stuff like that for the most part, right? Like, I just stream Rainbow Six, you know? Restart bets? Nope.
We need to locate a bomb.
Yes. Well, okay, so like, so the worst is that like you actually, so you pay your tax rate and then you pay like payroll taxes and you have to pay matching payroll taxes. I mean, I have like retirement accounts and all that kind of stuff, but
10 seconds to
I
insertion.
don't know my own social.
5 seconds to go.
It's one, dude. I'm the oldest.
A bomb must be located and defused.
Right. Well, I mean, you can't like all of the times where people like see like, oh, this person like didn't pay taxes. You have to realize your gains to pay taxes on something, right? So this is what people like don't understand, and honestly, it's really like a lot of like media shit too. That's like, it's like the brain dead like fundamental misunderstanding. Oh, nice. Well, they opened one for us. Of how like any tax system. I mean, I can't even think of like a single fucking country that could be wrong. I mean, I'm not a tax expert, but basically, you need to realize your gains in order to be taxed. So, for example, let's just say you own, a restaurant, right? Let's just do a simpler fucking explanation, right? Your restaurant is doing really good this year, and you make, and you take all the money that your restaurant made, and you invest that money into, expanding the restaurant, more seating area, outdoor patio. You now have a liquor license, all this kind of stuff. But none of this money you actually like taken and like pocketed per se. Right? Oh, why are you pushing this already? Right? So now technically, right? Now technically, you will.
All friendlies have been eliminated.
Your business now maybe is worth like, I don't know, instead of 100 grand, it's worth 200 grand. Oh, this guy's just blatantly cheating. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I love it. It's the best. Just can't fucking help. I'm like, and I literally said to him, like, I think we have a legit game. Like, I think we have a legit game. Anyway. But, so let's say you have a restaurant, it's worth 100 grand. You have a good year. You make some money. You reinvest in the restaurant. It's now worth 200 grand. Your business is up, all that kind of stuff. But you like spent the 100 grand that you made, like reinvesting in your business. You can't like you spent all the money. That's the point of tax deductions, right? That's what Amazon kind of does, right? They take all their money that they make and they just reinvest in the company, which is the whole point. The point of it is to stimulate the economy. He killed like 2 people on the roof too. I'm assuming he probably hip fired them. So there's like 2 ways. So that's like a deduction, right? Also, like let's just say, good example. You have a company. You could do this too as just like a person. You buy stock shares in a company, right? Stock is worth $100. The stock goes to 500, right? You don't pay taxes on the 500 until you sell, because that same tax can go from 100 to 500 to 0 in the next year,
10
right?
seconds before insertion.
Like you can't. So until you have the cash in your hand, otherwise you force asset sales. So that means if you're operating your restaurant and you have a great year that year, right? Let's just say that you're projected to make 50 grand a year at your restaurant. Your restaurant makes 100 grand per year. So now your restaurant has hypothetically doubled in value. Well, what if the government just came over to you with their hands open and said, all right, congratulations. Well, you know how like your restaurant was worth like 100 grand before, and now it's worth like 200 grand or whatever, just as an example, right? Well, we want you to pay taxes on 200 grand, but you haven't sold the restaurant yet, and you don't actually have that money in your hand, so congratulations. You need to sell your restaurant in order to pay us money. Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, logically, that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? There.
The diffuser is no longer one op remaining.
Let's proceed slowly.
What? Oh. I needed to...
Diffuser has been
Oh, look at this guy, dude. Fucking bot. Holy shit, you're awful.
Op 4 eliminated.
Right. So, basically, you have to realize your gains for something. Easier example, right? Maybe something that's more, like, relative to people in chat. You buy a Pokemon card, right? For 10 bucks, and it's now worth 20, right? So, like, would you need to pay taxes on the $10 that you, like, made on the Pokemon card? What if Pokemon card values fall next year and it goes to, like, 0? You see what I'm saying? Like, you would need to sell the asset in order to, like, you need to realize the gains in order to pay taxes. So that's why you always see, it's like, I blame all of these, like, ridiculous fucking journalists who are literally, like, they're doing this shit on purpose. There's no way they don't understand these concepts, right? This is, like, super fucking, it's super fucking easy to understand, right? But
Secure the area.
if you have a, you know, billionaire, right? Like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos or something, just as an example, right? And they're like, Jeff Bezos made $85 billion a fucking second in 2023. It's like, well, no, he didn't. The value of his shares of Amazon went up $85 billion a second, you know? If he sells the stock, then he realizes his gains, and then the government gets their share of the $85 billion or whatever.
10 seconds to insertion. Op 4 has located the bomb. Plan your defense accordingly. 5 seconds.
I mean, once you explain it like that and give the restaurant or Pokemon card example, most people, like, realize what it is. Like, the only way those people can generally afford to pay those bills, per se, is by, like, forced sale of the asset, right? So you would have to sell whatever you have, basically. Ah. Anyway. Now, I'm not gonna get into, like, weird loopholes that people get into where they somehow pay, like, no taxes or whatever. There's, like... I'm not a fucking, you know, tax expert, per se. Not even close, for that matter. I have a basic understanding from, you know... from when I was in school and stuff like that, right? And just from life. But that's the moral of the story. All of these articles, at least, that list how much money these, like, billionaires are making, like, a day or whatever the fuck it is, it's all just clickbait. It's literally just all clickbait. Woo! Good night, sleep tight. That was the guy that was cheating too, right?
Reloading mag.
The fuck out of here. But making the comparison to Bezos and restaurants type of thing as a revenue to 2K is wildly different. It's not any different, no, because it's all paper gains. Those gains are not real. You have to realize the gains. You can't like force asset sales, right? I mean, I guess you always could, right? Like anything's possible per se. But like I would say that's pretty ridiculous to force someone to like, right? Like, okay, let's just like look at the idea of that, right? So like at this point, basically, with all of the paper gains that like Jeff Bezos has made, he would have like lost basically control of like his company, right?
Protect the bombs.
Stock buyback should be illegal. I agree with. I'll tell you that much. I think that was, if there's like two things ever that hurt regular fucking people more than anything, it was fucking stock buybacks and probably like, I don't know, at least in the US, like probably like a lot of these like trade agreements and stuff. Right. If you just never sell, that's fine, right? Like who, you know, whatever. It's not, they're not real gains, right?
Play carpenter on that wall.
5 seconds and counting.
Stock buybacks are just fucking useless in that, well, the reason companies do them is that they increase the stock price by, you know, limiting the amount of shares that are available. So let's just say a company makes $10 billion, instead of either taking that $10 billion and reinvesting into their company, which is great, you want that. Technically, the company would not pay any taxes by reinvesting into their own company, right? Which is good. That produces more jobs, that produces, you know, more investment in the economy, grows GDP, grows the economy. That's exactly what you want. That's the whole point of tax write-offs. It's like literally textbook what you want, right? That's textbook what you want.
Reloading, cover me.
Okay. Then there's, oh, that was the cheater, I think. Then there's, you know, whatever. You have, then you have like the other way to do it, which is a stock buyback. So a stock buyback just raises the price of the stock by just buying shares, right? That's fucking stupid. It doesn't produce anything of value except for artificially paper increasing the value of the stock. That's it. It's stupid. It's just reducing the amount of outstanding shares. Utterly fucking useless. It doesn't produce anything of value outside of out of artificial paper value.
Friendly's victorious.
The third option is to pay out dividends. So if you pay out dividends, then people can, you know, take the money that they get from the dividends, and then they have to pay taxes on that money, and they then spend that money, right? Which are fine too. But stock buybacks are fucking like the dumbest shit ever. I like it was under Reagan they made them like legal. They were illegal up until like Reagan. Don't know why on earth. That was probably one of the dumbest things like in human fucking history. So like it's got to be like one of the like dumbest laws ever enacted. It produces nothing of value. Go ahead, Shiny. Not getting OT for a salad position is really dumb. Yep. Real history shows this piece of paper that shows he holds a $1 share of Disney for $1, and he goes, proud owner of Disney. The difference between two companies that make 200K and Amazon. I understand, like, I can already, like, kind of get like, I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't matter. Like, the forced sale of, like, increasing gain, like, unrealized gains, you can never tax unrealized gains. It's fucking stupid. It's an utterly ridiculous concept. You're forcing people, essentially, to sell their businesses, companies, whatever the fuck it is, right?